Hey guys, how are you? Hope everything's well. I just wanted to take a minute and thank you guys for subscribing to my channel and liking it and all the kind comments that you left and people that called me. Thank you so much. Made me feel so happy. So today's video is going to be about the complications I went through to get pregnant. It was really hard conceiving for me. I just want to take it out of my system and let you guys know. So there's a message behind this and I want you guys to really focus what the message is going to be about. So once me and my husband got married, by the way his name is Amr, once me and him got married, we wanted to just live our life at the beginning and get to know each other even more, even though we've been dating for so long. We just wanted to have fun. And we said, oh, we're not gonna think of kids right now. And my mother, my father, his mother and his father are pressuring us, you need to get a baby, yada yada yada, all that beautiful stuff. But we just we stuck to our plan that we don't want a baby, not now. So we were the one that said we don't want a baby. I didn't take birth control or anything, so we just left it like that. And then after a while, his mom talked to me and she was like, oh, she really wants a child, all that stuff, why didn't you get pregnant till now? And she was just pushing me to go get checked up. So after a few months, I went to get checked up. I was like, okay, so what? They all want a baby. Let me just go for a checkup, because of course I never went for a checkup before, for a OB to check me out. So I went for a checkup. Everything's fine, and then they said they'll give me a call and let me know if everything is okay. So of course in my head everything's okay. There's nothing wrong with me. So I'm at work and I get a phone call from my doctor. So I was like, okay, let me answer the phone call. In my head everything is gonna be fine. So I answer, hey doctor, how are you? And then she goes, oh Ezra, it shows that your fallopian tubes are not functioning. We need you to come, we need to run other tests. So in my head I just started laughing. I was just like, what do you mean they're not working? Of course you think your body is 100%, there's nothing wrong with you and all that. And I was like, okay. So I took it easy. I went and I got a test. And this test, I don't remember the exact name of it, but it was this kind of thick gel that they have to insert it in me. And it was really painful. My husband came with me, but they didn't allow him inside. And it was really, really, really painful for me. And when I was lying down, they said that these are my ovaries. I saw it in the screen. And they're like, these are your fallopian tubes. So your fallopian tubes are connected to your ovaries. And she said, we're going to send this fluid inside of you. And if the fluid goes inside your ovaries, that means you can get pregnant. So I'm watching this whole process. So they put the fluid inside and I start getting dizzy. And they said you can't move and all that stuff. So it was just so complicated. And I don't see the fluid going inside it. It shows really dark going through the ovaries. So one went halfway through my fallopian tube and the other one was stuck. So nothing went to my ovaries, and out of nowhere one just bursted into my ovaries. So that was really painful for me. Then after it took me 4 to 5 hours to recover from this whole thing. It was really painful. My back was killing me. It was just period pain. Girls will understand me. But times that by 100. So anyways, after they called me again, they're like, no, you do have a fallopian tube that is working now, and one ovary that is okay, and the other ovary you can't get pregnant. You can't use it. So every woman would have 12 months to conceive. I would only have 6. So 6 months out of 12 months of the year I could conceive. But they can't tell me which month. So that just it made me feel less of myself somehow. I shouldn't, but it just made me feel some type of way when you think that you're okay and there's nothing wrong with you, and then all this out of nowhere, I felt under depression at that time. I told my husband, and he was like trying to tell me, no, everything's fine, you're fine, we don't need a baby right now. But in my head, when I didn't want a baby, it was fine. But then when I found out I had a problem, I really wanted a baby. I was like, I want to work on this, I want to do this. So anyways, after the doctor called me, she was like, you should try right now, it's the best time after the test, see if you could conceive. So after a few months, like, I was like falling under depression, wasn't working, all that stuff, and I got sick. Well, in my head, I got sick. I got sick for like 4 weeks straight. I was throwing up and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't go to the doctors when I get sick. I don't go to the doctor. I just wait for my body to like heal itself. Not everything I run to the doctor. So I was finishing school one day, and I ate, and everything I ate I throw up. So in my head, I'm like, I really have a bad virus. This has been going on for so long. So I was sick and tired of getting like those pregnancy tests, and then like something told me to get it. And me and my husband have the same bank account, so I went to join Raid and I swiped the card, and they called me. He was like, you're always buying weird stuff. What are you buying from Join Raid right now? It's like 10 o'clock. He was at work. So he said that. I walked out while I was talking to him, and then I hung up out of nowhere. I started throwing up in the street, and it was really bad. I don't know why I was throwing up. So I took the test. In my head, I was like, this is going to be just like any other time. I'm not pregnant. But just like something told me to buy it. So I come home, I take the test, and I just leave it in the bathroom. I walk around my house, I clean my house, I watch videos, everything is fine. Like in my head, I'm like really not thinking of this. I sit down, and then my sister Sarah called me, and she's like, oh, what are you doing? We're catching up, all that. And I was like, oh, I remember like the test, because I was passing by the bathroom, and I look at it, and I was like, oh. So I had it like upside down, because like I didn't want to know. So I go in my head there's nothing, so I lift it, and she's with me on the phone, she knows my husband's not home, and I lift it, and it has like those 2 dark blue lines, and it like, okay, so the pregnancy test, when it's only one, every time it's only one line, and it breaks my heart, and like it makes me so sad. At that moment, like I saw the 2 lines, and I just fell on the floor in the bathroom, and I was screaming. I'm gonna get emotional. I was screaming, I was like on the floor, I was like, oh my god, ah! Like in my head, I'm like, am I really pregnant? Is that what I was throwing up? I had a feeling, all that stuff. And my sister's like freaking out on the phone because she knows that my husband's not home. She was like, oh, what's going on? And I tell her, Sarah, I'm pregnant. And of course, like everybody knew at the time that I was going through like stuff. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my father, my family, everybody at that time knew. So she runs to my mom. My mom was sleeping. So I'm like, Mama, it's not like she was saying, it's not happening. Like, Ezra's pregnant, all that stuff. And like all that hype, it was just like, it was heat all over my body. I ran out of the bathroom, and I just prayed. And the first thing I did was take a Uber. Of course, I told my parents already, they know. And I went to my mother-in-law's house. And she was sleeping. It was around like 12 o'clock or almost 1. I took an Uber and went there. She lives like close to me, not really that far. And I went in, and then she thought like me and my husband had a fight. Like, why am I coming like now? And then she looks at me, she's like, what's going on? What's going on? And I showed her the test, so she doesn't understand. In her head, we all know that I'm going through this struggle, and it's really bad. And then she's like, what's this? And then she starts like, tearing. She's like, is this for real? And his sister's like, are you for real? This is a prank. You're pranking us. And that's when like all this hype, it just hit me like, I am pregnant. And I didn't believe it. The second day I did another test, and it was still like had those 2 blue lines. Anyway, so I waited for my husband at my mother-in-law's house. And he came, and he was like, why is my wife, like in his head, he was like, why is she there at 12? She should be sleeping. Like, he's worried. He's like, what happened? Why are you here? Because I was just on the phone with him, and I told him that I'm home. He knew that I was right next to the house. That's why I wasn't clicking with him, why are you at my mother's house now? So he knew something was up. So he comes in, and, he just, when he's, really happy, he just has this like goofy smile on his face, and it just like he's not believing it. And we show him like the pregnancy test, and he just looks at.
You get it. مش مصدق. This is not a prank. I repeat.
He's like, what the hell?
October 16, he's looking at the date.
الوقت اللي هو شافه.
That makes sure.
He's so مصدوم.
لسه بس
ده ايه ده؟ ده ايه ده؟
شو يضحك ازاي؟
Oh my god. انا كنت
قاعدين نفكر ازاي نحطها لك في اي حته مش عارفين.
أنا قلت في البيستاشيو.
I remember when you called me and you were like شقة عمري. He just looks at me and he smiles. He's just like looking at me, taking a sip of his tea, and then looking at it and looking at me and smiling. So he smiled for so long, and then he took me, and on our way back home, because he smoked cigarettes, he's like, "That's it. I'm not gonna smoke no more. That's it. I'm getting a baby. I'm not gonna smoke no more." So that was his first promise. He broke it like after a week. But anyways.
Oh dang.
Anyways, on his way back, I couldn't film that part, but on his way back, he was tearing, and I saw him tear, and that made me tear, because like it's just like he was trying to send me a message that like, you know, I'll stay with you forever. It's like nothing to worry about. We don't need kids right now, all that stuff. And it's just like when it happened, like it was so emotional, because I was trying, like we got married, and then I tried for like 7 months straight, and it wasn't working. So when I saw that, it was just like, it was like so much emotion in a second. I don't know how I called that Uber. I don't know how I went to my mother-in-law's house. I don't know. It was just like so much to like absorb in my brain. So the message I'm trying to say to you guys, and the message I feel like God was trying to reach out to me and tell me, that children aren't burdens, and you shouldn't reject a blessing, because children are really a blessing. And I was going crazy just to get a child. I didn't care boy, I didn't care girl. I just wanted a child. I wanted a healthy child. I just wanted to get pregnant. I wanted to know that my body can do it. But then when you look back, I was rejecting it. We're not financially stable. We're still young. We want to live our life, all that. And I felt like it was like a strong message from God. I know today's video was really emotional, but this is real life. And life isn't like always like happy and all that. You guys are gonna be watching me. Like I'm not always like 100%. Everything is so bubbly and nice. You know, life sometimes it's I really have a really good day, and sometimes I don't, and you guys are just gonna live it with me. And just wait till the baby comes, you know? You're gonna see me like screaming with my black eyes, "Help me, I need help." We're gonna also show you guys the gender reveal in this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Young Mama E needs that thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel. See you guys next time. Bye guys! You ready?
3 2 بسم الله ما شاء الله. Back!